to go? Barry, you here?
Barry just said go ahead and kick it off.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. Well, let me get over here. Sorry for the little bit of delay here. Let's get things kicked off. Just give me 1 second, please. Welcome everybody. How you doing today? Okay. Let's get over to screen one, and it should be showing up right about now. Okay. Let's see, we got a nice group in here today. Hi, Bob, DL, Rick, welcome. Everybody having a good afternoon? Before we get, we're going to talk a little bit about us, and we're going to show you some of the cool stuff we have. Before we take off here, I want to learn a little bit about our group in here today. Is everybody in here futures traders? Does everybody trade the futures market? Okay, if you do, just go ahead and type in the instrument that you like to trade. Anybody like NASDAQ, or you like crude oil, or what do we like to trade in here today? Futures traders. Okay, we got DL. DL says he likes to trade CL, TF, and the E-mini S&P. Okay, cool, good. And we got Rick in here, and he trades the Russell and crude oil. Okay, sounds good. How about you, Bob? Are you a futures trader too? Futures trader? Trade the futures market? Oh, it's sort of a secondary question. I'll just jump ahead a little bit here. Anybody, by the way, does everybody use the NinjaTrader platform? Is everybody using NinjaTrader platform, our partner here? Okay, DL uses Ninja. Rick, Bob, okay, yes, Ninja users. Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, good. All right, so we have futures traders and Ninja traders. Excellent. Well, that's a good combination, because that's who we are. Well, let's go ahead and tell you a little bit about us. There's three folks in here today. My name is Charles Boyle. I'm a partner here, co-founder with Viper Trading Systems. We got Gary Donahue. I think you heard him a few minutes ago. Also a co-founder and business partner. You're there, Gary?
Yes, I am. Welcome.
Howdy-ho. And we have our third business partner, Richard Staten. And he's tied up a little bit, but he will be joining us in a few minutes, and he's got a lot of good stuff to cover also. So just a quick little background on who we are. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because we have so much else to show. But if you want to learn more about sort of our history and what we do, click on this About link here on the toolbar here. And you can scroll down, and we're going to show you today our indicators, Viper indicators. We have some automated traders, automated scripts that take futures trade, fully automated. There's a tool that Gary's going to show. It's pretty cool. It's called the Trendline Trader. We do have live trading rooms. We have a couple of different types of live trading rooms. We have what's called the professional trading room, which runs every morning from about 6 a.m. Pacific till about 8:30. So the first couple hours of the market open. And we also, on certain days, I think it's 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have what's called an educational room, which is a little simpler setup. In the pro room, we have 7 futures charts, 4 equities, 2 currencies, the dollar and 6E, and we have crude oil. So if you trade those instruments, you get to see those live in the room. And we have trade calls. We observe the market movement, and we have live trade calls. And everybody that's coming in here today, just for attending this webinar, and I'll share this link with you, is going to get a 1-week free visit. What I'll do so everybody gets in there is, this is not on the website, by the way. You need to you need to have attended this webinar to get access, and I just put the link in the chat box. vipertradingsystems.com/1weekvisit.html, and you capitalize 1 week visit. So click on that link. Pretty straightforward. You just come down here, put in your name and your email, hit submit. Now what this is going to do once you do this is it's going to put you on the invitation list for the rest of this week and through Wednesday of next week. So you get one full week in the room. And then, of course, there's trading webinars. Let's come back over here. Let me scooch down a little bit and show you some more about who we are. These training webinars are conducted 4 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, and Saturday mornings. So in the week that you do the visit, you'll actually get full access to the room, the live pro trading room, and then you'll get to participate in the training webinars, which is pretty cool because you get to see everything, you know, how we actually teach and train all our members, all our subscribers. Some other things that we have here is we have high energy times. Those are special times in the market that we expect increased volatility or swing high-low in the market. And those go out twice a day. Gary will talk a little bit more about these later, but you get those at night prior to the overnight European session. We have a lot of traders that are over in the Netherlands and in Europe that trade that currencies overnight there. And we have some night owls here in the U.S. that also trade those. And we'll talk more about those in a little bit. And then we have also this notion of what's called high probability trades. These are also sent in those same emails with the high energy times. And these identify futures instruments that are poised for some kind of move, whether it be a breakout or whatever. So that's pretty much who we are, and that's what we do. I've been around for about a little over 4 years, and still going strong. We are exclusively on the Ninja platform, so it's good everybody trades on Ninja, because that's what you need to use our indicators. Now, what I'd like to do is show a couple of charts with some trades. I know that's what you're interested in. We have a couple more other folks coming in here. Let me drag a chart over. I'm going to show a couple of trades here, just some very simple things with using some of our charts with our indicators. First chart I'm going to show you, I don't know if some of you might not know or trade this instrument. This is called EMD. Now, we're after the market closed. The market closed about a little over half an hour ago, so this is all sim trades. But I wanted to put something on here to show you you know, an example of how a trade might work. So the EMD is moves somewhat similar to the Russell. It's the mid-cap 400 futures. Of course, on all the equities, we're trading the December contract. And it's $10 a tick, like the Russell. And you can see here that this is a 4-range chart. We like ranged bars. In our Platinum package, we also have another type of bar, VIP Renko bar, and we'll show that in a little bit. And just to orient you here, we have some of the indicators here will paint the background. There's different coloration schemes that we have. We have bar color indicators. You can see here blue, red, and yellow. We have what are called zone boxes. These are pretty cool. These, you set a certain time when you'd like a zone to be drawn, say for instance around news, high energy times, other significant times in the market, and this will actually paint a box or a zone. It's called a breakout zone indicator. It's pretty cool. And then in addition to that, of course, you see we have some pivots that we put on here. We have what we call trailing stop dots, which kind of follow the market when it's trending. And we also have swing high-low indicator, and we have guidance dots on here. So without getting into a whole lot of detail, if you were to join us, we have quite extensive training that goes along with seeing how to interpret all of these indicators and where to get trades. Here, for instance, I was watching the market, I don't know, about 15 minutes ago or so, and I had noticed that there was a sort of a little consolidation patch that was happening here, right around here. Now it's interesting, you can see here, this almost is kind of a little bit like a value area, right? You can see that the 530 to 630 zone box was right here. This was the pre-market. Let's go back and look what the equities did here. Most of you probably remember this from this morning if you traded it. You know, we had a nice move up overnight, You can see here in the European session, all the equities had a nice bump up. Came up, we got a little bit of consolidation here, then we had a nice little down move. And we tracked all this, of course, in the live pro room. Then notice how kind of interesting, these equities just came right back up into this zone. Here's the 7 o'clock zone box. You can see here all these lines. You can set these lines too. You can change the colors, the positions. You can have them turn on and off at certain periods of the day. I just let mine run. But sure enough, you know, they kept trying to push the market down. Here you get some more consolidation. Here's a little bip up. Here's a little bip down. And I don't know if is anybody paying attention to the news? I saw that the speaker, Boehner, was up talking around 12 o'clock or so. They took a little hit down, a little bit of negative news on that old fiscal cliff issue. And then you can see here that we came back up, and this is coming closer to the present time. Two of the basic type of trades that we teach, in addition to a number of other types of trades, would be a breakout type trade, where a market's in a consolidation period for some period of time, and then you get what's called a breakout. So here would be a simple example of a breakout type trade. Market was in a consolidation, buy orders slightly above the breakout area, your market gets filled, and up she goes. Now, of course, if this was a live trade with it's live data. This is the correct data, but it's not live money. It's just in sim. Of course, I'd have a sell stop in here. It'd be probably up in here somewhere, just as an example. But that's sort of our basic scripts. This is our basic scripts. Everything else we do from here builds on the basic scripts. So what we like to do when we teach and train in our webinars, the training webinars, is we first start with the basics. We have several webinars that are actually called, you know, sometimes simpler is better. I can actually show that. Let me come back over to the website. If you were to join a Viper at some point in the future, say after you take your 1-week visit to the Pro Room, you get access to this back subscriber area right in here. And you simply click on the link, and it logs you in. And you can see here this is fairly extensive in the way that it orients and trains you. We have a very nice trader's kit. I'm not going to go through all these. Gary will touch on this a little bit more in a little bit. We have instructional videos. It's sort of a step-by-step. You come in, you know, here's a manual. It's like a 50-page manual. It's going into all detail of all the different types of trades that we take. And then here was the educational webinars that I was talking about that are conducted 4 times a week. Here we have, you can see here, Fib clusters, teaching about how to use Fibonacci and clusters, simple trade setups, low-risk trading with Viper, patience, you know, a couple of 2-part series here on developing patience, very good. And if you skip down here, we have what are called the Viper Pro webinars. Here we just introduced last Monday, so that's actually last night right here. This is pretty exciting. We're going to show you this today. It's called the Viper Platinum package, and it takes those basic indicators that I just showed and sort of kicks them to a next level. And Rich is going to come and talk about those in a little bit. This is pretty exciting. This is brand new stuff, pretty cutting edge. It's called the Platinum Viper Platinum package. And of course you see there's a number of other types of trades. Don't chase the trades. What happens is most traders, when they first come and join us, is they'll come in, and if they want to ramp up quickly, we'll download, say, a half a dozen or so of these. They're each about an hour. Some of them go a little bit over an hour. And they download, say, 6, 8, 10 of these, say, for a long weekend, or if you're on vacation, or if you have some extra time to spare. And what happens if you're able to do that is you can ramp up very quickly because you'll understand all the terminology, the different types of trade setups. Everything will become a lot more clear if you're able to ramp up and download several of these webinars, along with looking through the trading manual right here. The nice thing about the manual is it's in PDF form, and you can download it in its static versions of the charts. So a lot of people like that. They can look at a chart and really sort of learn how the setups really work. Whereas the webinars are more in a video format. So it's teaching in a video type format that you download. Okay, good. Well, that's kind of what I wanted to share with everybody here as we kick this off. Is there any questions? Questions about us or who we are or what we do? Let me post this link in the room again. This is our 1-week visit link. Let's copy and paste that in here. Any questions on who we are and what we do? I think we're going to flip over here in a minute to my other two partners here, either Rich or Gary. I don't know if Rich has stepped back in the room yet. Are you there,
Not
Rich?
just yet, Charles, but I'll go ahead and flip over.
All righty. We're going to flip to Gary. He's going to share some things, and then over to Rich. Rich has some things to show, and then we'll circle back and close it out with me. Okay? All right, just stand by. I'm going to flip.
All right, you should be able to see my chart. Now, the particular trader that I'm going to show right this very moment is called Viper Trendline Trader. Now, Trendline Trader is actually a trading system that we've developed at Viper Trading Systems that will take a trade based on a trend line. All right, see these little lines right here? These can be moved anywhere on your chart at any angle, any way you want to trade them, and just simply enable them, and they become a market order when they're breached. Okay, so for instance, we're still in an uptrend, so you would naturally want to be looking at something, say, very similar to this right now. Just show you here. Like right down through here. Let's go ahead and bring this down. And you could very possibly get a pretty nice little quick trend line break by doing this, right? Just simply by putting the line like that and then clicking for your long activity. Of course, what you would also want to do is naturally check your Fibonacci levels and things like that. Let's see, where we're at on the chart. And we've got some really cool things that will actually show up on the chart with our Platinum package that I'll show you in just a moment. But the Trendline Trader is designed strictly to take these trendline type breaks. You can even fire a market order. I did that, as a matter of fact, right here. I've seen this particular type of trade, hundreds and thousands of times. So as you can see, I'm pretty good at it. I didn't feel any heat on it whatsoever. And all I did is just simply, clicked it, had a particular amount of contracts in, a particular profit target, and since you can also even set it for a certain amount of dollars even. I set this one for $450 just to show, how easily a person can actually use the system and click a trade. And by the way, you notice that we flattened out right up in here. So this trade was just strictly from here to here. Okay, that was just a nice, quick scalp type trade with what I'll usually trade in the room of right at 4 contracts plus 1 for a runner. Now, you don't have to trade this many. Of course, you can actually set this for 1 and 1. You can set it for 1 only. You can use this trader any way that you want to use it. This is just one of our mini tools right here. It's called Viper Trendline Trader. The green line is for a long line. You just simply enable the long. The short line is the red line. You simply enable short. And you can put this any angle on your chart that you'd like to have it. Okay, let me show you another trade that we have, because this is just one of many. Bear with me just a moment. I'm going to show you some other tools we have. Now, this particular setup that we have right here is called Platinum. This is called Viper Platinum. And you heard Charles talk, for instance, about the high energy times. Let me just show you something right here. We put out these high energy times each and every evening to our subscribers, and they'll get this email about 10 o'clock at night Central Time, and they know what to set their charts for certain times that the market should actually move. Okay, these times, see equities to give an example, 7:08 in the morning, 9:43, and 11:19. Those are Pacific time. But we have a tool with Platinum that actually puts them on your chart. You'll notice these same times right here, and I can go into my zones, for instance. Let's go into it, and let's just go ahead and do not just pending, we'll show all the times. See, this is showing all of our times, and you'll notice that these X's beside this is showing that the particular chart that I'm on is an equity chart. So these are the particular high energy time zones for the equities. We then set our chart for, this is already set right here, and these are high energy boxes that we're looking for some great trades. Now let me show you actually how this transpired, as a matter of fact. This was right out of the gate this morning. This is one of our high energy time zones. We got this nice short, by the way, in the room. A lot of people wouldn't have been looking to scalp a short on this, but we got a scalp short, okay, on this move. We also drew a trend line live in the room. We knew at the time, this was what had happened at the time, okay, we knew that we had a nice trend line that we could draw. So we simply set up a trade to the long side when that trend line was broken, and we got this monster trade. Called it out right in here as far as getting some of the nice profit off of it. And by the way, this new platinum feature will also get you some of these great moves. Let me show you something here. See this target that we're shooting for right here? This is actually telling us a target that we're going for. See how it just beautifully tags those targets? It's a great tool, by the way. It's called Platinum by Viper. And this particular tool is something that we have just sent, as a matter of fact, just today to our members to try out an add-on package to their product that we offer. We also have things on this. These are really cool too, by the way. Let me get rid of the zones real quick. I'm going to turn those off. We don't need them for a moment. And I'm going to go to my fib clusters. All right, and I'm going to turn the clusters off. All I want to do is see my Fibonacci. All right, let's say that you wanted to know, and you know, you can use Ninja's tools, by the way, by right-click, go to Fibonacci. But this is an auto fib. This is going to automatically plot these on your chart. You know, you can go back to any swing whatsoever, and you're going to see those fib numbers. See here, for instance, we've got a low here. We've got a high up here. Here's our 50% fib. You know, anywhere we move this, this is going to automatically, dynamically change to the next swing level. And it's a beautiful, beautiful tool. We also built into it clusters, where you can actually watch for clustering areas from different swings. Here's your low swing right here. Here's a second low swing. So this is a fib cluster, and we're looking for some entries on that. This gets into a little bit more advanced trading, but these are some great ways to make some phenomenal trades, by the way. I'll show you something over here real quick. I'm going to bring a chart over here and show you Platinum in action. And since we were getting ready for this webinar, this is actually in Sim 2, but we did trade live this morning in the room. This particular trade was triggered by Platinum right here. We ignored this one, by the way, because this did not trigger with our Fibonacci. This one triggered with our Fib and with Platinum, so the trade was taken. You'll notice that there was literally no heat on it whatsoever. And we get targets. You'd simply take some contracts off. You get another target. You'd take some contracts off. You get another target right up here, right there. See it? Take some more off. And then you just keep riding the trade. See, there's another target right here. See, it's giving us these beautiful targets to go for. And this is right at where we're at right now. Guess what the next target is? It's telling us right here we've got a target of 837.40 to 837.70. That's letting us know that we should attain that target on this next little pop. And Platinum, like I said, is a phenomenal tool, loaded with so many features that you won't even believe it. You know, just to give an example, I'll show you just a few of them just real quick. Scroll down to Viper down here. We've even got an ABC indicator that will give you an idea of where your ABC type of retracements will give up the ghost, so to speak, and give you that nice entry. We've got the auto fibs. We've got a dynamic trend that is just unbeatable. You can even put an EMA daily on any chart that you want. You know, if you have a 2 Viper Renko, for instance, or a 4-range chart, you can put a 7-day EMA on it if you want to. We also have, gosh, lots of things in this, even statistics. Now, Rich, when he gets in here, he's going to show some of these statistics, because you can actually analyze a chart and it will tell you the type of stops to put on it, the type of profit targets to go for, and even the percentage of the trade that you're looking for. That way, for instance, if you wanted nothing but 80% probability trades, very high probability type trades to take, we have a system built for that. Okay? Now, this is actually going to show you a little, just basically a little bit more confusing, right? Because there's a lot to do with it. But the whole idea of Viper is that we are here to train you. And like Charles was saying, you go to our subscriber link. I'll just go to my subscriber link, click on here, and I've got a username and password. And we've got a trader's kit. We've got a trading manual. This trading manual is a really nice manual that we have that you can actually see these type of trades that we teach. Here's the manual coming up. Let's say, for instance, if you've ever been in Viper's room, you're going to hear things like yellow bar probe and a deep probe, things like that. I'm going to show you where you can find that type of thing. Bear with me a second. I brought that a little too far. Let's see here. Here we go. All right, advanced yellow bar probe, retracement trades, pages 18 to 20. We just simply click up here, go to page 18, enter, and we see the type of trades that we actually take. Sell, sell, sell. Advanced type of trading. We even tell you when to do it. 15 minutes after high energy times, 45 minutes after the pits open. These are areas that we look for this because we are high probability traders. We want profitable green trades, and we don't go for a lot of losses in the morning. All right, let me show you right down here, for instance. We teach these type of trades. A very aggressive, what we call an aggressive entry on the chart right here where the red arrow is. I'm circling around. What we call a Potter entry, another type of entry that we take. A trend line break that we take and we teach. And with our color backgrounds and the way we build our charts, you're going to be on the right side of the trade. We give you a very good probability of making great money on a trade. This particular trade, by the way, called a yellow bar probe first after a trend change, we found to be about 85% accurate. And by being 85% accurate, that's a pretty accurate trade to be able to do a one and done. For instance, take 3 contracts on a trade like this right here. There's a good $600 bill, just very, very easily. And even more by writing it with the runner. Okay. Other things that we have with Viper, by the way, let me just show you. When you're with Viper Trading Systems, with our Pro package, we have several auto traders. We have Breakout V7, also in the Forex version of it. We have a one-shot trader, which is just strictly a one-entry type trader. We have a stealth trader that takes these stealth type of trades with this green line and red line. And we have Viper Trendline Trader. Then also, on top of this, our Platinum package will also add 3 more auto traders that take the same kind of trades that I just showed you, but do it automatically. By the way, real quick before we go any further, any questions on these? Because we do get some questions on this. The one thing I want to mention to you, though, is we have a lot of experience at Viper Trading Systems. We've been in business right about 5 years as partners. We have a trading room, like Charles was mentioning, open 5 days a week, plus an educational room 3 days a week. Those trades are live in the room. They're called. And we also have those webinars to teach you. We make sure that our traders are nicely green, each and every day. If they have time, of course, they can just simply come to webinars live. If they've got a, teenager's got a softball game or something like that, they've got recorded webinars they can go to. We let them come in and take the recorded webinars. Now, that particular part of our site is blocked to anybody but subscribers because we are teaching our subscribers to be green continually. All right, let me see. Did we have any? The high energy times, Rick, they do vary every single day, the high energy times. Those are sent out each and every evening to our subscribers for 2 separate times of the day. Let me just show you, as a matter of fact, the little sheet that I get from our high energy department, so to speak, each and every day. You're going to be able to see it right here on the screen. Now, you'll get an email because this is what I get from my partners, and this is the high energy times that actually happened today. This was sent out last night. This is sent to me roughly at about 7:30 Pacific time, and then I get to working on them and get them out. Now, our automatic version of it just simply shows up on the charts, which is right here. You'll see that these will actually show up right there on your chart. And that's all brought in because we do all this work for you at night. Okay? You'll see that these same times are on these charts, for instance. Okay? It's pretty cool stuff, by the way. We really enjoy this part of our system because let me just show you real quick. I want to show you high energy times on this. If you're a trader at night, for instance, I'm going to go ahead and turn these off real quick. Let's see, turn off. All right, let's go back. Here's a high energy time, by the way, that happened, and you'll see a little box. I'm going to have to bring this up a little bit so you can see it. But let's say you were just watching the market and it had been doing this. We've been doing nothing but chopping around, right, sideways? Well, we had a yellow bar probe that was great the night before, but look at this high energy time right here. This kicked in when this box started right here on the right-hand side of the screen, okay, and fired right there, and look at that trade. That's a high energy time. Nobody out there has that. Those are calculated with some very proprietary information that is then put into a system that our traders are able to get the best trades on the market. I think we can even beat the institutions at their own game with our software. And I think everybody out there knows the institutions are the big boys, and they're the ones that we've got to all trade against, right? But isn't that beautiful? High energy time, boom, she jumps. Okay, high energy time, you can see that it started exactly at, we started 5 minutes before, so it started at 3:01 to, looks like, should be 3:05. Let's see the equities. The equities here. 1:05. Here it is right here. See 1:05? That's the high energy time right there. I'm in Central Time, so my time is 3:05. So see, here's the box that it drew right there. And that's the high energy time that a person could really make some very, very nice money. You'll see it over and over too. Here's the other high energy time of the day right here. A nice, quick, our people got this too. We called the short right in through here. Right when the box finished, shorted, drew a trend line right through here and got that nice trade for a good 15 ticks or better. Then we also got this trade today in the room called live. And we showed it in the room live and we took this trade. We got that monster move. So our high energy times are very, very, very good. All right. Hey, Rich, by the way, are you in the room?
I am, Gary.
Let's let you show some platinum.
All right.
On top of this.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and do a switch over. I guess I'll go ahead and make the change.
All right. While you're making that change, by the way, just want to let everybody know, that we're a very professional company. Again, we've been in business a little over 5 years now. On our website, you'll find a link at vipertradingsystems.com. We have very, very good support. There are phone numbers there, there are emails there, and there are Skypes there. We are not hard to get a hold of. All right, Rich, you're switching.
And we should be able to see a natural gas contract. Is that what we're looking at?
Absolutely, dynamic trend.
All right, so what we're looking at here, this is contained within the Platinum package. This is called the dynamic trend indicator, and this is really kind of where the heart and soul starts of some of these indicators. Briefly, you notice that there's a very strong midline here. The midline determines what the trend is in the market. And there's basically 4 trends up and 4 trends down, and they are signified by various colors. Blue is the strongest that there can be in an uptrend, and that happens when you're making new highs on the session. You'll also notice that there's a series of bands here. The middle band, the trend band, is called band number 4, and it's just a simple numbering process from the bottom. The bottom is 0, then it goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Why is this important? Well, if you have these indicators, one of the most powerful types of entries that you can get, and especially in a U4 uptrend or a D4 downtrend, is when the market starts to take off and it pulls back into this banding range right here. All right, into this banding range. This is band number 5, this is number 4, this is number 3. And you can sit patiently and wait on these trades as they come in. And so your first trade, if you were going to do that, would have been going long natural gas right here. If you would have held that trade to up here, that was over $1,000 a contract. All right. What we like to do is scalp part out and then try to hold the rest. You had another entry here. It was another really good trade. You had another entry here. Another good trade. Another here. A nice trade. One more here. A nice trade. One more here. A bounce and a scalp trade. And eventually, this one went a little bit deeper. Depending on when your stop was, you probably would have gotten stopped out. But let's go back and look at this. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries that were right on the money. The 7th one failed. Nothing continues forever, right? But then watch what happened. We went into a sideways pattern here, and that's denoted by this yellow midband. A yellow midband following an uptrend signifies either we're in chop and we're about to get an imminent trend change to the downside, or we're going to continue to the upside. But we teach lower entries then into this area down here, which is called the phantom zone. So again, a very nice trade. That is on the upside. All right. We also have, I just want to show what it was like when it turned to the downside. All right. This is the trend. Let's see if we show a good example of this. Here's a situation where we went from a U2 uptrend. This is the second strongest. We went into a sideways transition, and then we started to cycle through the various trends to the downside. This was a D2, then became a D3, then became the D4. All right, and this is a long, sustained move. You can see how far this move continued. But again, what was the analysis that we looked at? Where could you be re-entering just using this indicator alone? You had a nice area here, a second one here, a third one here, fourth one here. This one went a little bit deep, and then another one here. So again, how many entries was that as you continued to go through this? 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5. So that is the that's the heart and soul, first of all, the framework to start on these trends. So you got to, if you ask yourself, if you look at this and you're patient and you wait on the trade setups, because that's what trading is all about, you think you could make money with this? I think your answer would be a definite yes. Now, you heard Gary and Charles refer to some other items that are here in the package, and I do want to show another one of those. Just bear with me one second. Now, one of the great capabilities of this, there is an indicator here called statistics. And what it will do, now that we have the framework here, it'll analyze every single one of these trends. In this particular case, I went back over 60 days in the Russell contract, 60 calendar days. It was actually 52 trading days. And I asked the statistics to scan every single combination there was of trend and stop and profit targets on every level of these entries on these lines. Okay, so it was looking at 8 different zones, 8 different trends with any number of stop and profit target combinations. And I also asked it to only scan those areas where my profit targets were bigger than my stops. And I also said filter it against a 7-day exponential moving average. So I only want to be long if I'm trading above that average. I only want to take shorts if I'm trading below. This is the report that it gave back. All right, it gave several good reports. It gave basically reports in a U2 trend. All right, it also gave reports in a D4 trend. Now, why is that important? You can see, for example, it said over that time span, trading in a U2 trend with a line 6 entry. Line 6 is right here. Using a profit target of 28 and a stop of 26, it was 78.9% profitable. Total of 19 trades, 15 of them profitable, with the total return of 3160. Well, it's important. You can manually trade this, but you have to be very patient because it would be a long time sometimes between trades. But the nice thing about this is we have an auto trader that will automatically trade this for you. All right, and that's what this is. It automatically trades it. And actually, by using the auto trader and the returns that it posts, you can actually make the trading a little bit better. As you see down here, I don't know if you can see that, the total profit was $4,800 or $4,682. All right, that's about $1,000 better, or $1,700 better than the statistics. So this is a powerful tool. Let's take a look at the performance. If you click on the performance, it basically comes up and it tells you, in this particular case, we got 2 more extra trades, 21 trades, 18 of them were winning, right? The percent profitable, almost 86%, okay, for a total net profit of 4682. You've got the ability then to take a look at the various statistics contained within the report. This is your cumulative profit report, trading it, all right? This is the distribution by time as to the areas during time that was profitable. You can see it was profitable across the board here. You can take a look at the day and see what days of the week were the best. In this particular case, Wednesday and Thursdays were best. Friday, it didn't even trade. A lot of people don't even trade on Fridays, or they trade lightly. This kind of bears that out. And another thing that you can do, you can break it down by daily net profit. Here's your reports for daily net profit, right? It looks like we only had basically 1 losing day, which is right here. So you can see this is very powerful from the standpoint of being able to trade. Now, the nice thing is once you have these settings, you can save these settings using the strategy manager, and you can bring these up at any time. They're automatically saved. You don't have to enter any more parameters. You don't have to change this stop, change this profit target. Once it's set, it's set. And what I like to do is generally have at least 2 different directional auto traders per instrument. This one is showing the long side. I also like to build one for the short side. I think we showed an example of that in those statistics of a good short side trade as well. I didn't get to show that, but that's what I like to do. And the nice thing about this is it's hands off. You can sit there, it can run. Maybe you'll get 1 or 2 trades during the day. Maybe it won't trade at all, depending on what the setups are. But this is constantly working for you in the background. All right? So let me just show a couple of other things here. Bear with me 1 second.
Hey, Rich, while you're doing that too, it sounds like we've basically got the tools for professional traders, don't you think? That they can actually use in any way they want to. And, you know, I showed some different things, of course, with Line Trader. And Rich is going to show the right edge right now. This is another cool feature.
This is the right edge indicator, and what this does in real time, it analyzes over thousands of statistics. And it actually takes a look at what the institutions are doing as well. And what it does then, it gives areas within the trends where you've got relatively very safe type of entries where the profit potential is very good, and then also then posts the corresponding profit target. So, for example, I like to take trades generally when the top of these boxes are either above this line or above the midline. And in this case, we'll do the midline analysis. This was an entry in gold right here, and the minute it entered it, it started placing the profit targets, and eventually we got down to it. Okay. Here was another entry here in gold. Once we got it, we had our profit targets. It came down into it again. We moved up again, got our entry, moved down into the profit target area. And you notice this market's moving higher, right? The trend is down, but we're just kind of ratcheting higher, right? Hit the profit target nicely. Here's another setup right into the phantom area, and we collapsed right into the profit target. So using that setup again, how many nice setups did we have here? We had 1, 2, 3, 4 nice setups. Every one of those made money. The nice thing about these is these set up ahead of time. Once you're in this and you start to turn down, these corresponding profit boxes turn on. So again, wouldn't it be nice to know what the market is doing internally? Where can you expect to enter? This is the gold contract, for example, but every one of these markets is the same as far as how this would look. You could trade crude oil, you could trade natural gas, you could trade the Russell, the NASDAQ, the Dow, whatever you like to trade. The right edge indicator will do that for you. Now, where are we at in real time? I don't think the market's open again yet on gold. It's not. We're trading up here. We just got a trend change, right? Just got a trend change here. This is a U2. So as soon as this market opens back up again and we start trading, as we start to move down, you'll get another box. This box this time will be green, all right? We were in a downtrend, and the nice thing about it is, let's take a look at an uptrend in gold again. Here's gold in an uptrend, right? What are we waiting for? Patiently when the boxes are below the line, okay? Here's an entry, hit the profit target. Here's an entry, had to take a little heat, right? Came up all the way through, all right? Here's another entry here, hit the profit target, right? So that's pretty nice from that standpoint, don't you think? Where else can you see the ability to give you an analyzation of the market over thousands of statistics showing you what the institutions are also doing, giving you entry areas and profit targets in real time as the market moves? All right, that's called the right edge indicator. Now let me just show a couple more things, and then we'll go ahead probably and get wrapped up here because we don't want to go too late into the hour.
Rich, while you're doing that too, I was just noticing on that gold just a few minutes ago, if somebody was actually just jumping in and out of that thing based on like little breakout trades and things like that, you'd more than likely lose your shirt. And with this particular indicator, you can see those nice scalp areas and get some really good returns.
Exactly, and where most people usually get torn up is in the chop, right? It was when markets start retracing, they start chopping, it becomes your enemy. Well, the chop really and the retrace really becomes your friend using the right edge indicator because it finds those areas. Notice it doesn't pick every turn, right? What it's picking is those turns where your probability of success is extremely high and that the market is expected to bounce and continue its trend. All right, now let me show another one. We do have, actually there's I think 14 or 15 different indicators that come on this package. You heard Gary talk about the ABC indicator. This is the ABC indicator. It's actually projecting a move up into this area. Right now this operates in real time. Okay, we also have another indicator up here on the chart. This is called the squaring of price and time. Squaring of price and time on this. I want to go ahead and just get the indicator locked to where it needs to be, which is right here. Now, why is this important? As we started through this market, right, we started moving up, the market came and hit this area and pinged right off of it, okay? Squaring of price and time. Came back up again, hit it here again, right? Popped up through. We had a confluence of both the squaring of price and time here and the area, and it bounced again. So these are very strong from that standpoint. You can physically just take this and move that. If you're interested in seeing the downtrend, you can just grab this indicator, move it up to here, right, and it'll flip it across. And you can see, what did we do again? When we came up to confluencing from here and here, we bounced. Okay? Came across here and bounced, and we actually came right down to the line. So this is the squaring of price and time. Let me move this over. If I wanted to see what the analysis is now from over here, this is where we would be right now. We would be expecting pullbacks to here and or potentially here. All right? You have another great indicator here. Let's see if we can show what this is. This is an ES chart, right? Now, this is the auto fibs. Okay, this automatically works on your chart in real time. So as your chart progresses in real time, if new lows or highs are formed, it will automatically place the fibs. These are your primary fibs here. We went from a high here to a low here, right? And therefore we had a 38 retracement, we had a 50% retracement, and the 618. But the nice thing about this is, where is there some clustering? If we come back and watch what the low was over here, okay? Here was our low right here in time. You've got the ability to hit these clusters and say, okay, I want to see the first cluster. All right, you can see we're getting a clustering here. We can expect a bounce here. We got more clustering here off of this level. And we got even more here. This is telling you you can expect a pretty strong bounce when you get to this, because you've had not only the primary but 3 other clusters. Then as you moved on in real time, it made another new low. And you can see these will actually drop and move again, right? New low, came in, again to some pretty good clustering in here, right? And the market moved off again. Do you think you could make money trading with this? This all happens in real time. These will form in real time as you're trading the markets. So again, this is just one powerful tool that's contained within there. Haven't had the opportunity to show everything that's there. We urge you to come on in, come into the room, come in and join us, and you'll see a lot of these in action. So we can just take a minute for further questions, and if there aren't any more, then Gary and Charles, we can go ahead and switch back to you, and we can go to wrap up. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Hopefully that was all explanatory. I know we covered quite a bit of ground here. But that's really what I've got to show, Gary and Charles, so if you like, we can go ahead and switch on over.
Sounds good. You there, Charles? You want me to flip over?
I think you may need to flip over, Gary. We may have lost Charles for a minute.
All right, just a moment. I'll do that. Bear with me a second.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Should be able to see my screen. Just real quick before you flip over, Charles, let me just show one thing just real quick. I think everybody here today has seen some very good indicators with Viper Trading Systems. We have a standard package, we have a pro package, and very soon we will have a platinum package. But some of you may have been trading something like this. Anybody get over analysis, so to speak, with the charts and trying to learn how to trade and everything? Some people are newer to trading and things like that. Well, you can see we took some monster trades on these charts, and look at a 5-minute chart if you're trying to watch the CCI and momentum, and you're watching RSI and stochastics, and maybe a little volume, and you've got your Bollinger Bands on here. Well, pretty soon, what are you doing? You're actually just squeezing up everything, and pretty much you're not even looking at price as much as you are at indicators, and that's not the way to trade. See what I mean? So don't use charts like this. Use charts like this. That'll make you all kinds of money. All right, and of course the other ones that you saw there with Viper Platinum on them. All right, that's all I had, Charles.
Okay, hold on a second. This mic is giving me fits. Am I coming through?
You're coming through.
All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, let me come back over here and show one last thing, and then we shall wrap things up. Appreciate everybody coming today. How we doing? You got any final questions? Everybody learn something? Or I'm going to put this link in here. This is the 1-week visit. Make sure you go visit this right now, this afternoon. Get your name in here and your email. I'll post the link one more time in the chat box. 1weekvisit.html, vipertradingsystems.com. Put in your name and your email. Hit submit down here. And you're going to get an email that says response required. So it's a double opt-in list. You have to respond. There's a link in there you have to click on. Then, of course, it will put you on the list. And then as early as tonight, you should start getting links to the rooms and webinars. We've got room and webinars tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then all through to Wednesday of next week. So you get a full week in, 7 days to come visit us, and you get to kick the tires and really see what we're all about. So without further ado, I think that's a wrap.
Charles,
Gary, I appreciate you.
Sorry. Some questions coming in about the package costs. DL, on your question there, on our website, Charles will go ahead and show that, I think. But we're not trying to sell anything today. We're trying to actually just show you what we have. But on our website, at our pricing link, is both of our packages. Now, our Platinum package is not up there just yet. The Platinum package is something that absolutely just went out very recently. But I think you can see the power of it. We've been trading it in the Viper Professional Room now for about a week and a half now, I would say, just right about that. And our people are getting a chance to chew on it too and see what they think. That trade that I made on TF just earlier was just a perfect entry, and I don't think it felt even 2 ticks of heat.
Sounds good, Gary. Yeah. If you want to learn more about the pricing, as Gary said here, we're really not here kind of selling anything today. We think, the proper thing to do is to come visit us for a week, really work the tires a little bit, and I think you might find a good fit, and then you can make a decision on whether you want to come join us or not. So we hope everybody can email, hit submit. You'll get an email that says respond, please respond, kind of deal, and then click on that link. It'll get you on the list, and then you'll start getting links tonight or tomorrow. Okay? All right, thanks for coming, everybody. Barry, thanks for letting us host a webinar here with you. We appreciate it. Bob, DL, Rick, have a great afternoon. We'll see you later.